ghosts are indeed real. Plenty of details to talk through, a lot of information to get through, so let's get straight into it. How's it, guys? We're going old school on this gameplay from Modern Warfare 3 while we talk about the details of Call of Duty Ghosts after the worldwide multiplayer reveal today. Plenty of interesting stuff in there, so much to talk about really, and I think at the end of it, in some respects, the question I might ask is, could it all be a little bit too much? Maybe, maybe not. But what I will say is, it looks fucking brilliant. It really does. I've been excited about this for a long time now. And I've listened to the guys, people slating it, saying it's going to be, fucking another Call of Duty fail. Shut the fuck up. It's going to be good. I like what I see so far. So we get straight into it. Let's talk about the first thing, character customization. So there's literally going to be about 20,000 different ways you can customize the appearance of your character, they say. And that includes being able to play as a male or female character. So you're going to be able to do all sorts of customization. The sort of face, I think I mentioned face, the head, the type of helmet, the clothes the guy's going to wear, or the camo or whatever. You could probably spend all day fucking doing customization on that. They've also brought in a new emblem editor, so you'll be able to do your edit your emblems in Call of Duty Ghosts, which from the Modern Warfare side of things is quite new, or is new, because that's only ever been available in Black Ops 2 as far as I know. So that side of things is quite cool, and you'll be able to edit your emblems as well, do the editing on your iPad through the app that they're going to release for the iPad and the iPhone and all that, which is going to be great. So you'll be able to, you don't have to sit there in front of your console doing your editing. You'll be able to do that on the go, when you're out and about, sat on a fucking bus or a train somewhere or whatever. You'll be able to customize your emblems and then push that through the game. It was so much to really take on board in this hour sort of reveal that they went through. We obviously knew about the dynamic maps in the game. So there'll be things like, buildings that'll fall down and they will change. And if there's an explosion, the map's going to change. So if there was a walkway there, and then there was an explosion, and then the walkway is now going to, be half destroyed, and you'll have to hop across a gap in it. So it all sounds pretty cool. But there's more ways to die. So, that's what that's going to bring in. 30 new weapons. They spoke about 30 new weapons. The weapons in the game have changed. 85% of them have been remade or changed rather completely. It'd be interesting to see some of the guys that go into the in-depth, like weapons, looking into the weapons and stuff like that, to see exactly what weapons we've actually got in the game, which would be quite cool. They've also brought in a new class, single-shot weapons. You could put where they operate in just iron sights or scopes, but just the single-shot weapons. So that's a new class that they've added to the game. Made a note here about any platform, take all the stats with you. So when you move in, when you go from the Xbox 360 to your fucking Xbox One, or you go from your PlayStation 3 to the new PlayStation 4, or you go over to your mate's house and you log in there, you can take all of your stats with you. So all the hard work you put in, you're not going to lose, which is really cool. So take all the stuff with you. I mentioned the mobile app. They've got the mobile app in there. They talk about the second screen technology, where it's not going to actually be, it's going to enhance your playing experience, but not give you an advantage in the game. So whether you have it or not, it's just going to add to the gameplay. You're not going to, by having the second screen there, dominate players. So that's good. They've taken that into account. Got the pick 10 system, like we've got in Black Ops 2, but slightly different. Moving on from the character customization, you'll be able to customize your classes in so many different ways as well. It looked like they had about 4 different tiers there, with about 8 perks per tier, and the perks within each tier have been ranked. So when you spend in your points, if you are heavy on the higher end perks, you'll only be able to load up about 3 or maybe 4 perks at a time. But if you are just putting the heavy, the lower ranked perks on there, you'll be able to probably whack like 8 different perks onto your class setups, which will be wicked. And they've also brought back the support class, Killstreaks we're talking about here, support and assault and specialist. So those are your kill streaks. We haven't got we haven't gone back to score streaks like they had we've had in Black Ops 2, but there's an emphasis on both kills and objective play. So it doesn't just have to be only about kills. When you are playing the objective, you're going to be earning points for that side of things as well towards your kill streaks, and you'll be running your support kill streaks, as I mentioned, standard assault ones, and good old specialist class. It's going to be interesting to see how that actually works out, because are you going to start out with maybe just 3 and then basically work your way up to being like fucking god mode on there, where you've got every single perk on there and you're just going on an absolute rampage. So that'll be quite cool, because as you'll see in this game here, I'm running the specialist setup there. So be interesting to see how they work that into the game. No more death streaks. Fuck the death streaks. They certainly bloody listen to us. No more death streaks. Second chance fucking dying. You shoot somebody, he turns around and he still kills you. None of that bullshit. No more death streaks. They also mentioned the various kill streaks are going to be more ground based this time. So in particular, they spoke about the UAV. So they're not going to have a standard airborne sort of plane in the sky UAV anymore. This is going to be a ground-based unit that you're going to have to position somewhere that the enemy aren't going to see, and that's going to be your sort of mini-map intelligence. So that's a bit different. And they spoke about building your squad, and you can customize and build 10 different characters for your squad, and that squad also forms part of one of the new game modes that they've introduced, which sounds quite cool. So you've got 10 guys that you can customize, and basically what it is each person or each character, you can prestige them. I don't think it was just once. I think you can prestige them multiple times, but what you could do is prestige each character a single time, and that gets you right up to your maximum 10 prestige. But basically you can prestige each of your characters once, and you reach then your maximum prestige. But they showed some of the game modes where you'd be able to actually take your characters, pick your 5 best characters, and go up against other players with their 5 best characters, and you play one-on-one, but with the support of your other teammates, and just AI, basically your artificial intelligence, with which they mentioned as well is sort of almost lifelike. They said any of the stuff that you come up against with real life opponents, these AI opponents are going to do. They will be strafing you, they will be jump shotting you, drop shotting you, doing all this kind of stuff. Anything you would expect from a real life player, the AI players are going to be doing. So they said, you'll be shouting and fucking raging at the AI at the same time. So that's good. That sounds quite cool. The different game modes. There's a new one there. It's kind of a replacement for TDM. That's called Cranked, and it's a timed system in a way. So for every kill you get, you start to move a bit faster. I think you maybe unlock a perk or something on there, and then you have 30 seconds to make your next kill before you explode. So it's a really fast-paced game, not a fucking game for the campers. You're not going to be able to camp and sit in a corner and just fucking wait for people to come by. You're going to have to fucking work your ass off on this one. 30 seconds to get your next kill. So it's going to be a quick-paced game. It's going to be quite interesting. They mentioned a search and rescue, which seems like it's a kind of a mixture of search and destroy, which I've never fucking played anyway, but a mixture of search and destroy and kill confirmed, where when you get shot, you drop a dog tag, and it's up to your teammates to pick up that dog tag to bring you back into the round. but if the enemy get hold of the dog tag, then you're out for the round. So that sounds quite cool too. There's the different, you get the different techniques, what is it, sort of play styles within the game now. You'll be able to lean over around corners. We knew this sort of stuff was coming. Lean over around corners. You'll be able to do mantle objects faster, but at the same time kind of shoot in, so you don't lose your momentum. And then you've got the knee slide. So you run in and you go into a knee slide and you can start shooting guys, which sounds really, really cool. The audio within the game, they've made massive sound adjustments, so the sound will adjust according to the environment you're in. So if you're shooting within like a metal container or room or something like that, it's going to sound very tinny. If you're inside a room, the audio is all going to change. If you're outside, it'll be a lot louder and bigger. So they've done all sorts of audio work. There's location chatter as well, so the in-game chatter that you get in about enemies around you is going to be very location specific. So if you're going into a room, it's going to warn you enemies in the back of the room or entering the back of the room or something like that. So we're going to talk about that. They've improved the location chatter within the game. Esports and competitive gaming we knew was going to be big, and that's come back in here. There seems to be, as a result of that, it looks like we've got a card casting feature of some sort that's still in there. So it all looks fucking amazing. I can't wait for it. Now we just have to see if they're going to bundle this up with like a PS4, Xbox One, see what those bundles like, because I haven't pre-ordered anything yet. I'm waiting to see what comes out. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Something a bit different. I put some work into the production of it, made it look a bit old school and retro and just grainy and like a real sort of war feel about it. Hope you enjoyed that. Late night commentary, so I don't know, my voice sounds a bit fucked and I'm tired, and I needed to get this out. So I'm going to do some rendering now and start uploading and go to bed. Cheers guys.